So, one last question about the wave simulator, just trying to picture how to create certain kinds of waves. Let's go to, this is what we were left with last time with beats. How do we create a standing wave? We've actually done this before, but now we come back to it with an understanding of what's going on. How do we create a standing wave, and what does a standing wave look like? Remember what a standing wave is. A standing wave is a wave that goes in one direction and typically will bounce off a wall, come back, and will superimpose with itself. So it's a wave that travels in the plus x direction added to a wave that travels in the minus x direction, both with the same speed. So how do we make that in this wave simulator? Wave that travels in the plus x direction has a minus sign between kx and omega t, and let's say this one has a speed of 1, 8 over 8. We want them to, we want them to have the same speed. Careful. Not just the same speed, but the same speed and wavelength, right? Because it's the same wave, same speed and wavelength. So right now what I have is two waves which have the same speed, but they don't have the same wavelength, which is what gave us beats. So I'm going to change them so it's the same wave, but one goes in the opposite direction of the other. That's the idea. It's the same wave, but one goes in the opposite direction of the other. So one has to be a minus sign, that's the one that goes in the plus x direction, and one has to be a plus sign, that's the one that goes in the minus x direction. I have not hit return yet. I'm going to go ahead and hit return on the first one. But the second one, before I hit return, what is it going to look like? If I have two waves that are the same wave, just traveling in opposite directions, interfering, what does it look like? It looks like a single wave. But this is now a standing wave. The standing part has to do with what happens when time goes on. When time goes on, right? It's a single wave. It's the interference of two same frequency waves. This is just the interference of two same frequency waves. And it's either constructive or destructive. Currently, it's constructive. What happens as time goes on is they pass through each other. Imagine, let me bring me back here, right? Imagine you got one going this way and one going that way, and as they pass through each other, we go from constructive to destructive to constructive to destructive. And so what's this going to look like as time goes on? Whoops, it's a little fast, but notice that, let me slow it down. Hold on. Let me slow it down by doing something more like 1. And that's an interesting wave combination. You can go in here and you can mess around and see all kinds of wave combinations. And 2, oops, what did I do wrong? Oh no, it's supposed to be the same wave. Sorry. Same wave, just traveling the opposite direction. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. Okay, there we go. Go. All right. That is a standing wave. The peaks don't go anywhere. The peaks don't go anywhere. So what does that mean? That means the phase velocity is 0 because the peaks aren't going anywhere, and the group velocity is undefined because there is no group. So you can write that down for yourself. Let's go ahead and do that.